Hi, grab your chair, your weights, your ball, your block, and your mat. Let's get started. Let's begin our warm-up. You're going to come onto your mat with your ball and your block and 2 sets of weights. Come to the top of your mat with your feet about hip distance apart. Soften your knees, inhale your arms up. Lengthen to the side, take a big stretch. Good, soften the knees, squeeze the feet to the floor, inhale up to center and squeeze the other direction. Take a nice side stretch. Bring your hands to your heart, sit back in chair, tip forward from the hip. Make sure you can see all 10 of your toes and your hinge forward, sitting the sit bones back deeply. Pulse back, pressing through the heels, back through the back of the legs and through the seat, and just pulse down and up in chair pose. Take your right elbow outside your left knee, come into a chair twist. Take a big breath there. Keep drawing your navel away from your thighs. Inhale up and just gently switch the other direction. Chair twist to the other side. Take a big breath there. Very gently rotate forward, fingertips to the floor. You're going to step back to plank pose. Stack the shoulders over the wrist, lengthen back. Lift the navel away from the floor. Press back through the heels. Take a big breath here, float the right leg up and press back. Big breath.
Big breath, and then lower that leg to the floor carefully. Lift the left leg up. Keep drawing up through center. And then lower that leg to the floor, hold it here. And then dip that right hip to the side, come into a side plank. Lift your hip up nice and high. And then rotate that arm back and around, and you're going to switch sides, come into a side plank, roll up. Again, the bottom knee can come onto the floor if you need it. And then rotate that arm back. Good. Get back to plank, push yourself up to down dog. Drop through those heels. Just a little press, down and up. Good. Wave it forward to plank one more time. Lengthen the crown of the head forward. Take that right knee in toward your chest and hold it. And then take that foot back. Take your left knee into your chest and hold it. And press back. Wave up to dog. Good. Track through those knees one more time. Float the right leg up. And then draw that knee in through center. So lift your belly out of the way. Press that foot forward, fingers right in between your fingertips. Back knee to the floor and extend forward into a front of the hip stretch. Yeah, that looks good. And then extend your toes. Take a big breath, and then right fingertips by the right pinky toe, lift that left arm up. Come into that nice opening through the front of the hip, and then we'll switch sides. Up, and then rotate that back. Good. So let's step back to the plank one more time. Hold it up. Space between the shoulders, and then lift up, down dog. And then left leg floats up. Bring the knee in toward your chest. Step that foot forward, back knee to the floor. Extend the hip points forward. Take a stretch. Front knee is right over the ankle, or the ankle slightly in front of it. And then left fingertips by the left pinky toe. Extend your back toe and stretch. Good. Switch sides. And then fingertips to the floor. Step back to that plank. And hold it for another breath. Wave up to dog. Soften your knees. Walk your fingertips back to your toes. Let your head lean in toward the floor. Squeeze your feet to the floor. Squeeze your lower belly and wave yourself up. Fingertips on top of your shoulders, big shoulder rolls back. Good. Okay. So let's go to the bar, grab the ball. Okay, so let's take the ball between the thighs, right above the knees. You can face the bar. Look down at your toes, make sure your toes are straight in front of your heels. You're gonna squeeze up on your toes, hold the ball nice and tight, squeeze your seat, and draw your lower belly in and exhale. So you're going to lower on the inhale, Lift and squeeze everything in on the exhale. So lower and lift and squeeze. Great. Lower, lift and squeeze. Good. Just keep focusing on connecting those 2 points. So inner thighs, lower belly, chest lifted, chin parallel to the floor. Squeeze up and lower. Good. Squeeze up and lower. Let's do a couple more of those. Squeeze up and lower. A couple more. Squeeze up and lower. Good. So the next one, hold it up there and pulse the heels down. So pulse down and down. Good. Down and down. And just keep all that squeezing in the center line. So you're going to pulse those heels down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up a little taller. Slide the knees forward as you bring your hips back toward a chair. Lift your chest up, chin parallel to the floor. Hold the ball tight. So you can keep the lower back nice and long, tailbone long. Squeeze the seat, lower an inch or 2, and hold it. Good, that looks great. Hold it there. Awesome. So we're going to squeeze down an inch, and lift. Down an inch, and lift. Down an inch, and lift. So nice and small. Great job. Keep going. Down an inch, and lift. That looks great. Good. So in your chair, squeeze it down. With lots of resistance in your glutes if you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it on 1. Elongate the torso one more time and hold it. Squeeze the ball. So squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down. Put the ball to the side. Shake it out. Do a little stretch. Little figure 4. Right and left. And give yourself a quadricep stretch. Oh yeah. Those quads are so happy. Switch. And then flex that foot, little hamstring stretch. Switch. Okay. So we're going to stay here even, go back to legs. So let's bring the feet together. Rock back on the toes and come into first position. So you're going to lift up into a slight releve. And then squeeze your inner thighs together. Yeah, perfect. So stand tall. I want you to see how slowly and how much you can squeeze to lower down toward your plie. Then float your hands down and place them on the bar. So you're going to squeeze the outside thighs here right where it meets the glute. You're going to squeeze down an inch and squeeze up. Lower and squeeze up. Good. Lower and squeeze up. That looks great. Good. Good. Use as much resistance in your thighs as you can. Good. So squeeze back with those glutes really strong. Squeezing those heels together. Let's do 2 more of those. Now the next one, I want you to hold it down and just pulse. Little tiny pulse. Really squeezing your legs, keeping your belly pulled in tight, chest lifted, chin off your chest. And squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it on 1. Dive a little deeper if you can. If you can lower a couple inches, go for it. Yeah, that looks great. Hold it there, lower, and take the knees and squeeze back. Squeeze back. Squeeze back. Good, so belly draws in. You squeeze your seat really strong. You gently push your knees back, really squeezing right here where the glute meets the hamstring. Push back. And back. For 4, and 3, and 2. We're going to push back and pulse back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it on 1. See if you can dive a little deeper, maybe lower an inch or 2. Yeah, that looks great. So then see if you can pull your chest up a little. Squeeze those heels together. Find your center point. It's great. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, awesome job, 1. Inhale up, exhale down, shake it out. Great job, stretch. Stretch, little quadricep stretch, whatever stretch you want to do. Flexed hamstring. Great. Okay, grab a sip of water. We'll do little core. Next. So we'll come to the mat with the ball and the block. All right, so ball between the inner thighs. We'll come into a table position. Hug the block with the forearms, flip the palms. Space between the shoulder blades, pull the belly up, tuck the toes. When you're ready, lift the knees and slide back to your plank. So we're gonna take a big breath here, push back through the heels, squeeze the ball. Good. Yeah, that looks great. So hang out there. Keep breathing, keep that space between the shoulders. Lower your hips just like an inch. Yeah. So with the palms flipped, you keep your shoulders externally rotated, so that'll help with the bone strength right there. Hold the ball tight. Keep lifting the lower belly up. Good, big breath. Whenever you need it, just bring your knees to the floor. Although I know you don't need it. We're almost there. Hold it tight. Good, keep breathing. Keep lifting the lower belly away from the floor. Keep space in the shoulders. Keep the shoulders stacked neatly over the elbow. Big breath. Almost there. Here we are. 4, 3, 2. Awesome job. 1. Lower the pubic bone to the floor. Flip the block to the side. Flip the palms. Extend the chest forward. Lengthen. You can take that ball and put it to the side too if you'd like. And then we'll just track forward gently. So spread your fingertips and just lengthen your chest forward. Good. Bring those chins, bring your chin to the floor. Interlace your fingers behind your back and press your pubic bone and the tops of your feet down. We're gonna inhale up, lengthen, open up the chest. So we're gonna strengthen the upper back, flexion in the spine, slowly lower. Great job, take a big breath. Good. Exhale, lift. Lift up your heart. Yeah, that looks perfect. And lower. Again, so as you lift, keep pressing the tops of the feet and the pubic bone down. Let's do one more time. Lift. Lift the heart up, extend the arms back. Big breath, that looks great. Stay lifted for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring your fingertips to the floor, sit back to child's pose. Toes together, knees apart. That should feel good, a little counter stretch for the spine. And so let's walk the hands on the diagonal to the right as far as you can go. And take a big breath. And then walk your hands to your center, go the other direction. And come back to center. And let's lift up into a tabletop. And exhale, lift the belly. And inhale, release the heart toward the floor. One more time, exhale, lift. And inhale, release. Okay, so let's grab the ball, come under their backs. We'll stay on core for a moment here. Okay. So let's place the ball between our ankles and come all the way to the floor. So you're going to stack your ankles above your hips. Look up at your feet. Your feet will be in a relaxed point. Hold the ball with the ankles. If your hips are super tight and you feel a lot of pinching, then bend your knees if you need it. Hands by your sides, palms flat. So let's squeeze the ball, and at the same time you squeeze the ball with your ankles, pull your lower belly down. So right where your bikini line would be, squeeze that down at the same time as the ankles contract around the ball. Does that feel pretty You got it? Even? Good, okay. So let's do that a couple times. So squeeze down, hold it, and then release. Squeeze down, hold it, and release. Squeeze down, hold it, and release. Let's do 2 more. Really just pulling your lower belly down. On the next one, hold it there. Fingertips behind your head, elbows wide, chin up your chest. You're gonna lift your shoulders, you're gonna lift your chest up and look at the ceiling. Squeeze the ball. And I want you just to lift into a crunch. So you're gonna lift, hold it for a second, hover into that crunch as high as you can, and then lower a little. So you're gonna squeeze up and lower a little. If you can, challenge yourself to keep your shoulders off the floor. Go for that. When you need it, you can lower the shoulders. Good, let's do 2 more of those. 1 more, hold it up there, and pulse up. So really contracting through your center, exhale, a little breath out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so lower your head, bend your knees, bring your knees in, hold the ball there for a moment, give yourself a little hug. Good, fingertips behind your head, elbows wide, and then tuck your elbows in. So now your elbows are gonna touch your knees. And then extend the legs out. Good, so squeeze them in and extend. Okay, so easier would be up here. Harder, obviously, is lower toward the floor. Choose whatever one you want to do. You want to exhale when you come in. Keep going. And just try to push those points toward each other. If they touch them every time. So squeeze those elbows to the knees, knees to the elbows. When you do that, you should feel that strong contraction in your center. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Ooh, hold it out on the diagonal. Lower your head to the floor, palms by your sides, and just hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Feet straight to the floor. Ah, awesome. Place your stretch it out. Stretch it out. Maybe bring the feet into goddess pose, so feet together, knees apart. Let them fall open, if you want to do that. Arms over your head, big breath. Breathe right into your little lower belly there, into the hips. Good, 1 more breath here, then slowly bring those knees together, bring the knees into your chest, give yourself a hug. Maybe rock side to side. And then we'll cross the ankles and roll ourselves up. So let's do a little arm work. So let's come to standing. And we'll add a little balancing to this. So we'll put the ball to the side for now. Just pick up the weights. So we'll start with the feet about hip distance apart when you're ready. Good. And then we're just going to roll the shoulders back a couple times. So if you bend your knees a little bit and look down and you want your feet about hip distance apart. Yeah. Good. So take a big breath here. And then we're just going to do some big circle lifts. So you're going to squeeze your feet to the floor, bend your knees a little bit, pull your lower belly in. You're going to circle those arms up. When you come up to the top, exhale, draw your navel in. And then lower, inhale. So let's do that again. Exhale, lift. Blow the air out, draw your navel in. Good. Lower again. Squeeze it up. Do 1 more, like that. Good. Squeeze it up and hold it. And then bring those arms forward so they come to about chest level, but your arms are still rounded in front of you. Take a big breath here. You're going to open your chest and then squeeze in with resistance. So when you come in, you're going to draw your navel back. Squeeze. Again. Yeah, as much resistance as you can, so go nice and slow. Squeeze and open. Yeah, that looks good. Let's do 2 more. Try to lower your arms just the tiniest bit. Yep. just so that your wrist line is underneath your shoulder. That's perfect. Good. 2 more. Yeah, you got it. Hold it on the next one. Draw your navel in really tight and hold. Lift your chest up a little bit, chin parallel to the floor. Just holding these 3-pounders is something else. And then bring your arms out and flip your palms up. Okay, so let's see if we can come up, bring the right foot up. And maybe bring that foot inside to hold onto the calf and do a little tree pose here. So you have your elbows bent in a W here, you're gonna squeeze down and press up. Good. You don't have to do the balancing if you don't want to. Squeeze up, press up. Yeah, the balancing isn't required. Push up. Feel that pretty well in your shoulders. Good. Let's do 2 more. And then hold it here. We're gonna cross, bring the wrist to cross to make a little X. And then open up. I'm gonna put my foot back down and we're gonna squeeze in and open. Let's do 2 more of those. 1 more. We're gonna hold it out and turn it into a field goal post, and again, see if we can come up on the other side. So just balance for a second or 2. And again, you can always put the foot down. And you're just gonna do little pushes. Little pushes. Lower your elbows a little bit if you feel too much of your neck. Push up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it on 1 and just circle. So circle forward and just make a big circle with your elbow. Again, you can put the foot down now. Squeeze your feet to the floor, circle back for 4, 3, 2, awesome job, and 1. Okay, bring the arms down. Give yourself a couple little, put the weights down for a second, just give yourself a stretch. That's tiring quick. And switch sides. And then interlace your fingers behind your back, give yourself a stretch. Baby tip forward from your hip if you feel like.
We're going to bring ourselves to the floor for tricep dips. Come down with your block behind you. Place your hands upon the block with your fingertips off. Lower the hips to the floor. Bend your elbows and track back for the triceps.
Up. Good. Bend. And squeeze up. Let's do 2 more of those. And then 1 more and hold it, elbows bent. So if you want to lift your hips off the floor, feel the back of the triceps. So lift up out of the shoulders and just hold yourself in a little bit of a bent position so you feel the back of your arms. You feel that? Pretty good. Okay, so from there, just little pulse. Little pulse into the back of the arm. Squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hip. Bring your feet forward. Give yourself a tricep stretch. And switch. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Open up your chest. Okay, so let's do some seat. Let's do some seat work. So we'll come onto our back with the ball. So put the block to the side for the moment. And lay all the way down, place the ball between the thighs again. So we'll do a little bridge work here. So you can plant your palms on the floor right beside you. Squeeze the ball, draw your lower belly down. Push through your heels and lift your hips up using your legs. So you really want to use a strong leg here. So you're going to squeeze up to the point where you can engage your seat pretty well. You're going to lower an inch and squeeze up. Lower an inch and squeeze up and just push through those feet. Squeeze up and down. Good. So again, you just want to stay lifted to a lifted position that feels you can really engage your seat strongly. Let's do 2 more. And then hold it up, hold the ball, push through your heels and pulse, 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 pulse. So really squeeze your seat up, 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 up. 4, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up on 1 and then come into releve. Walk your toes closer to your hips. Lift a little higher. squeeze the ball. You're going to squeeze up an inch and lower. Up an inch and lower. Squeeze up and up. Squeeze up and up. Really contracting, so stay lifted from a lifted position. Let's do 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2. Hold it up on 1 and squeeze up. Little pulse, little pulse. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up really tall. Really squeeze your seat. Lower your heels to the floor. Take the ball and release it from your knees. And then walk your feet together and let your knees fall open and lift your hip again. Good. So from this position, you're going to squeeze up and lower. Up and lower. Up and lower. So again, stay lifted. Squeeze up and lower. Up and lower. 2 more. 1 more. Hold it up and pulse. 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 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring the knees together. Stay lifted. Last set. Squeeze up and lower. Up and lower. Up. I feel this. Do you, Eva?
Yeah.
Okay.
Angle.
Oh yeah, different angles. And hold it up and pulse. Up, 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 up. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. Cross your ankle over your knee, bring your knee into your chest. Rotate that ankle a couple times. Ooh. And let's just resist that stretch a couple times. So lift up a little bit, press the ankle to the knee, and just kind of open up the stretch, and then squeeze the knee back toward your chest. So do that a couple times. Push it away, and squeeze it in. Push it away, and squeeze it in. One more time. Push it away, squeeze it in, hold the squeeze in. Take a big breath here. And then release that foot to the floor. We're going to switch sides. Cross that ankle, bring it in. Hold it for a second or 2. Rotate the ankle a couple times, both directions. And then squeeze it in. So lift up your chest a little bit, push. Get away with resistance and squeeze it in. Push it away and squeeze it in. Let's do 1 more. Push it away and squeeze it in. Hold that squeeze in. Relax your head. And just draw that knee close to your chest. Again, just breathe into that stretch. Extend the legs long, reach your arms over your head, give yourself a big stretch. Big breath, big inhale, and exhale through the nose, fill up that chest. And then let's bring that right knee back into the chest, give it a hug. So we'll just keep stretching here. Flex the foot, reach down, grab your arch, lift up into half a happy baby. And just draw the knee toward the floor. Foot is flexed, faces the ceiling. Take a big breath here. Draw that heel toward your seat, toward your hip, and then you come into reclined twist. So opposite arm comes across the knee. And just gently come into a twist. Rotate gently back to center. We'll switch sides. Left knee into the chest. Give it a hug. Flex that foot. Reach down and hold the arch. left hip and bend your right knee, bring your toes back. So take your thumb and place it in the center of the calf, roll the calf open, sit both sit bones on the floor. The knees are going to be closer together if you can. And then you're going to activate this leg so it'll be straight, toes and knees flexed. Yep. You can have it on the floor, just, yep, as long as it stays straight. And then fingertips behind you. So you're going to go straight back. Yep. So you feel stretch right here. Pretty good? Okay. So see if you can get both hips down even. Perfect. 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 So you feel up to it. If you feel like you have the length in the front of that leg, then come onto your forearms and just, feel it out. Your body will tell you where to stop. I'm going to move up a little bit because I don't have enough room. If you wanted to, and you can, you're going to come onto your back and then maybe reach your arms over your head. So anyway, stop anywhere along that path. Keep that really activated. Take a big breath. And then very gently to come up, you're going to push your elbows to lift your chest from your forearms. Squeeze yourself up carefully. Roll all your weight onto this extended leg so it's off of this bent knee. Bring it forward and give it a little bounce. Good. That feel okay to you? Okay, so let's do the other side. So roll onto your right hip, left leg back. Take your thumb, split the calf with your thumb so you give yourself a little bit of room. Knees are closer together. This leg activates so the toe and the knee face the ceiling. Knees are close, yeah. And then sit bones down. Once you get that, lean back. Find your stretch. Again, it might be really different from one side to the other. Yeah, this side is tighter. Big breath. And again, if your body would allow it, you might eventually go all the way to the floor. Take a couple of big breaths here wherever you stopped. Big breath. Try to release the tension.
Hold that stretch there. Breathe deeply in and out through the nose. Bring your arms down and gently push yourself up with your elbows to your forearms and then to your palms. Place all the weight off of that leg. Bring the legs forward and give them a little shake. Take your legs into second position, toes and knees pointed toward the ceiling. Tip forward from your hip, lengthening through the lower back, and stretch forward. Take a couple big breaths here. Open up through the hips. Elongate the stretch as you are able to, and keep breathing. Inhale yourself up slowly. Bring your feet into Sukhasana, one foot stacked in front of the other. Nice big side stretch to the side, keeping the sit bones down. Inhale, exhale, stretch to the other side. Great job, you guys. Have an excellent day. Thanks.
Every